answer any questions.
I have lots. I can just talk and hear me?
Sure.
You can just hear, okay.
Yeah, you bet.
My first question is either of these videos going to be available?
Yes.
Are they going to go online on the internet, out to the, okay. I wanted to ask Candace why you, I can't imagine at some point that the Watchtower didn't offer or try to settle this. And I wanted to find out from you what drove you to say, no, I'm not settling. Why did you push this all the way to jury trial?
Your assumption is actually incorrect, and Candace can address the why part of it.
Okay.
But from the first day we met, Candace told me, I don't want to settle this case, because the Watchtower has a long list of secret settlements.
Right.
She said, I don't want to do a secret settlement, I don't want to do a settlement at all, I want a lawyer who will take this case to court. That's why we didn't settle it. We went to a settlement conference, said, not interested.
Okay.
Change your policy, and then we can talk.
Okay.
Candace?
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I figured if I was going to jump into this, I'd jump into it with both feet. They didn't listen to me in 2009, so I figured they wouldn't listen to anybody until they actually, went this far with it and actually got a verdict out of it.
Did they offer to settle? Did they offer to change their policy or anything at any time?
No.
Will they listen to you now?
You know what, I really hope they would, but I highly doubt it.
This is for Rick. Do you know yet what the basis of their appeal is? What they're trying to say they have grounds to appeal?
I know some of the issues because they were the major issues in the court. They claim that the law does not require them to take any steps to protect against known child sexual abusers within the congregations. They claim that the judge should have allowed the jury to blame the parents in the Fremont Police Department, Child Protective Services, and the County of Alameda District Attorney's Office because they knew he was a child molester and they didn't come to the congregation and tell anyone. They claim that the amount of damages awarded is too much, although they did not produce any evidence or any argument to contradict anything that the various doctors, and I think we had 4 or 5 mental health professionals testify. They didn't contradict anything. But they have some arguments about the First Amendment. They claim, in essence, that the First Amendment protects them from having any kind of responsibility for anything that happens and that they are above any law as a religion. And so these are the major arguments they'll make. Whether any of them go anywhere or not, don't know. We'll see. They didn't go anywhere with the trial judge.
Did they at any point try to invoke clergy privilege?
Yes, they did.
So they're clergy?
Well, yeah, they're clearly clergy.
Well, for years, they've always told us they weren't clergy.
Well, the elders are clergy. That was not in any way disputed. That was always set forth in everything.
Yeah, no, I just think it's good for their members to know that because most of the members don't, they are told that they're not clergy.
Yeah.
They're said that, so.
They're clergy.
Yes, no, we know that. They're now popping to be clergy now. They're claiming clergy now is what I'm saying.
The reason that no privilege attached is because the scope of clergy privilege is limited by law to confidential communications. Mm-hmm. And so they couldn't meet that standard when they have a family meeting in which the victim, who was 13, the mother, who was the wife of the perpetrator and 2 elders are sitting there. That's 5 people. That's not a confidential communication.
Right.
And secondly, when they reported, the victim and her mother reported Kendrick, they didn't report it in confidence. They reported it so that everybody would know. They wanted to be protected. They wanted the elders to provide them safety. They didn't want them to provide them secrecy. And that's what they testified to. We didn't want them to keep it private. We wanted them to protect us. Mm-hmm. and when they didn't, they had to go to the police. So no way is it a clergy privilege issue.
No, I understand, I just wanted to know if they had tried to invoke that,
Yeah, sure.
because we're not clergy.
Yeah.
I don't want, is everybody else, I have more, but if anybody else has questions, I can, somebody else can have a chance to do that.
So the current governing body is all pretty new boys. And the letter in '89, none of them were governing body then. And which Watchtower's been 100 years, and they pass on responsibilities to the next governing body, I guess, as they come in. Any talk of trying to dodge any of this based on, well, that's what those other guys did?
Dodge what? Because the policy was, according to the Watchtower and its lawyers, not a policy of secrecy to begin with, so there's nothing to dodge. To dodge would mean that there was something to hide, and there was nothing to hide here. It was just a garden variety, everyday policy of confidentiality involving personal communications, and why would that be secret? And pay no attention to that last paragraph.
They've inherited so many problems from all the bad policies of decades of other guys.
I am less forgiving of the governing body as currently constituted than perhaps your question might suggest, because
Believe me, I wasn't trying to suggest that. I just thought they would probably.
they know full well what the policy is, why it's there. They have the power to change it. They have the power to change it as part of this lawsuit. They have the power to change it today. The governing body did not come, did not send anyone from the governing body to testify, did not offer anyone as a witness as to why the policy was in effect, whether it was going to remain in effect. And the reason punitive damages are awarded in California and anywhere is to punish wrongful conduct in the past and discourage future similar conduct. And they offered nothing to suggest that they have learned to discourage future similar conduct. And that came through loud and clear. So this governing body, some other governing body, I don't care what governing body you're talking about, they haven't learned their lesson yet.